Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining in. We have smoky skies out there. There's dust blowing around and the heat is on the way. A chance of thunderstorms. We're going to talk about all of this in this version of Hutch's weather on this fabulous Friday afternoon. But first, my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons want to let you know that they have only quality heating and cooling systems from Bryant, whatever it takes. Those come with a 10-year warranty on parts. You get a 3-year labor warranty from the best team in the business, who have been serving the community for over 110 years. Please give them a call. Let them know that Hutch sent you. All right, here's what we got going on as we take a look at this satellite view across our area. And you could see it in the skies out there. Certainly there is some dust mixing its way in, but we do have some fires spreading smoke down our way through northwest Minnesota, heading into Duluth right now, making its way into the Mille Lacs area right now, but it's passing through the FM area. Notice a little bit of a decrease in the smut right here up to the north, and that's a trend that I will expect to continue. However, out to the west, a couple of showers there and a line of, well, clouds associated with a cold front that's moved through, kept our temperatures at bay, and that's what's going on right now. We're going to look at this forecast for smoke. We're also going to talk a little bit about some long-range forecast business to talk about right here today, because we are going to have a chance for some near-record heat, and also I'm keeping my eyes on our next chance of real rain, and it looks like some, likely several of us, will see appreciable rainfall in the forecast. So stick around for this. Drop a comment. Brenda, good to see you. Send rain, says Brenda. I'm going to try my goodest. You know, I don't control that, but there is definitely a chance as well as we go through. But nothing on here looks very good for rain in the near-term forecast. Let's talk about this smoke, shall we? Let's get right down to the details and what you need to know. And with that, we're going to take a look at this high-resolution model that actually models smoke in the atmosphere, how it diffuses over time, and where it's going to travel. And also, one thing to keep in mind is if new fires do form, that could definitely impact or change this. But for now, we'll go based on what this is. We're going to look at that near-surface smoke. You know, the stuff you can smell. Look at this as we head into our afternoon hours, pretty close to where we're seeing it right now. This smoke will continue to trek down to the south. You can see a point source here for some thick smoke there, and a couple of others in the stream of northwest wind that has been in the area today. So we're going to continue with the smoke into the late evening hours as we go through 10 o'clock. Notice as this moves down south, it thins out just a little bit behind the cold front here, making its way into southern Minnesota. But look what's going on here up near the Rainy Lake area. Real nasty smoke, and it is impacting air quality. So again, you're looking at surface smoke forecast. What about overnight? This really does thin out, but look at this. This big old area from the fire up here works its way down and spreads its way back into Lakes country. So when we rise and shine first thing in the morning, Otter Tail County, St. Cloud, all the way up in toward that, the headwaters of the Mississippi there in the Park Rapids area, south of Bemidji, we'll see a chance for some of that morning smoke out there as we begin our day. And if we go out just a little bit farther here, let me pull back up to a model that'll take us out just a little farther than the last one did. There we go. Okay, so as this goes through, notice it does clear out a little bit, but chance for some more smoke as we go through the weekend. Look at the wind shift. It becomes southerly, and that fuels the heat as we go through the late weekend and early next week. So that's a look at the smoke forecast. If you have a question, let me know. Hey, Arlen, thank you so very much for sharing stars here at Hutch's Weather. I continue to grow based on your ideas and your support. So thank you so very much, and the support of my fine sponsors. Today, the weather is delightful. Now, as we get through the smoke, let's go ahead and talk about this big rain chance. It's coming. We're going to get to that in a second. But right now, let's see what's going on that radar, because we do have a line of showers and thunderstorms that are blasting their way toward the Twin Cities. Not widespread, not particularly heavy or thick, but that's where the rain is. This is the cool front that moved through that had the clouds in the FM area to start the day this morning. Those are moving through the Twin Cities right now, spread out to the south and west, not far from Glencoe and Sleepy Eye. So maybe out there, BA, are you seeing some showers in the Glencoe area as you get down towards Sleepy Eye and Springfield? That's where we have a few showing up on the radar. There was a couple of lightning strikes earlier, so keep that in mind. The amazing M&G says, thanks so much for sharing interesting information about the weather. Thank you very much for your kind words and pats on the back. Let me know, drop in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to hear about it, because here's a quick peek at what's going on across the great nation. Look at the huge wet weather working its way through places like Louisiana, Alabama, southern parts of Georgia, and Mississippi as well. Moving into central Florida, where we see there was a funnel cloud sighting there. Some showers pushing out of New York off the shores, but we do have some wet weather in places like New York State, all the way up into Vermont, New Hampshire, and into Maine. Rocky Mountain West seeing some thunder and lightning in the elevated terrain west of Denver, west of Colorado Springs, west of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and a few Black Hills rumblers. Looks like nothing's going on here, but we do have a chance of rain in your forecast for the next 24 hours. Let's take a look at our temperatures, shall we? Our temperatures today have been mild, very nice, and, acceptable at the end of the day here. As we head into the evening hours, things are fairly comfortable and nice and spring-like out there indeed. So when we look, the real heat is just ahead of that cool front that's moving into Minneapolis, where we have 84 degrees right now, 79 in the capital city here in the area of North Dakota, 77 for Fargo, 72 in Grand Forks. The amazing M&G says, watching from Portland, Jamaica. Wow, thank you so very much. I hope things are going well there. By the way, you're coming in super clear streaming on my TV. Geronimo, thank you for the feedback on that. Been working on the technology here, 1080i. I'm trying to up the rate that I'm putting out data and audio, so hope things are sounding and looking good. Please send rain to Minot. That's all requests Thursday. Even though it's Friday, I'm going to do my very best, Brenda, to get that. Look at this, Huron, 88 degrees. Temperatures down near Sioux Falls near 90 degrees as well. And we do see a 90 burger right down here as we look into parts of Minnesota in the Redwood Falls area. So along that Minnesota River Valley. Out to the west, we have temperatures that are near it, 75 to 80 degrees across. All in all, fairly comfortable conditions here as we head into your evening. Let me throw the time up there for you as we approach the 5 o'clock hour. Now, let's take a look at this hour-by-hour forecast for the overnight, because there is a chance for a few spits and rain, but nothing appreciable as we start the morning. It's a warm front. Warm fronts cause clouds and a chance of showers. Here we go. All right, now what we want to know is that we are going to be seeing a few increase in clouds from the west as we go through the overnight hours. This particular model does not show the rain to be too heavy or potentially heavy, and it really makes its way in as we go through daybreak and on in toward the midday hours. So mid-morning into noon, and that'll be all that we have to say. Hey, Geronimo and the amazing M&G, good to see you out there. Thank you so much for supporting HutchesWeather.com on the YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you would. It really does help me out a lot. And if you're watching on my Facebook Live, well, I'll tell you what, I sure appreciate you. I tip my hat to you. I'm not wearing it, but I'm tipping a hat. So anyways, a spotty shower in the mid-morning hours, and in the afternoon, it moves through portions of central Minnesota. Looking at another model here, though, that does show that this could be a little bit more heavy in isolated locations. So spotty thunder showers are in the forecast along a warm front that moves through. See these red lines? That's warmer and warmer air progressively pushing in on gusty south winds and southwest winds. So increasing wind, increasing temperatures. Yo, Hutch, how much is the temperature going to be rising? Well, I have an answer for you and you and you. Cindy says, well, you agree. You want some better weather, and it looks pretty hot. Here we go. Let's get to the digits, shall we? Let's focus on your hometown forecast, and this looks like the incorrect graphic. Let me just double check and see here what's going on with this. I can fix this right away if there's some sort of a problem. It looks like this should be the graphic I'm showing right here. Okay, we'll just go with it. There's a lot of green on it, and I think I have green filtered out for the green screen. You know what I mean. Anyways, 50 degrees for that temperature to start your day in Grand Forks, 46 Fargo. There's your line of showers that'll be making their way through in the morning hours, pushing into northwest Minnesota, where we'll have a temperature in Warroad of 37 degrees. Crisp. And maybe a little chilly. Temperatures out to the west, 50 to 60 degrees out there as we start the day. North winds. North winds will still be 15 to 30 miles per hour with the strongest winds on the Minnesota side of the river. And that's a look at the start of your day. Now, how about that afternoon? Well, look at the wind. South, southeasterly. We're going to see temperatures rising in our southern counties back into the 80s once again. 79 Grand Forks. I think you're going to kiss 80 degrees. How about the Blue Ox in Bemidji? upper 60s to near 70 degrees there. A little cooler in War Road, but look at this. Out to the west, the heat is on. 90s in the oil patch, mid 90s in Williston, Sydney, Montana. And as you go down up towards, well, let's see, Freud is looking like we're going to have those temperatures in the mid 90s as well. It looks like it's going to be hot in Glendive, Montana at 93 degrees. 7-day planner showing you a couple of things on my Eventide Senior Living 7-day forecast. And it does look like we'll enjoy 80 on our Saturday with those passing sprinkles, mainly to the north is my thought. 87 degrees on Sunday. As we warm it up, it gets gusty. Sizzle-worthy temperatures Monday and Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, I believe will be the hottest of the time period as we go through. These will challenge records. I'm not thinking they're going to break those records because our records are generally in the low to mid 90s. There'll be a chance, we're saying, for a few spots to have near record highs. That's what Hutch says. Now, as we go into Wednesday, late in the day, western North Dakota gets some showers and storms. We're going to talk about this here momentarily, but it does look like those storms could be strong, maybe severe Wednesday night, and again on Thursday in our area. A little bit too early for the timing and the location of everything involved here, but the setup is right. If the thunderstorms can get rolling with all of the hot weather that precede them, sometimes we get a cap building in the atmosphere that can limit the development of storms. Look at the big chill behind this and unsettled weather. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days with rain chances in our region, so many of us will have a chance at seeing some of those showers of rain. Let's go ahead and take a look at that European model then, and we'll focus now on a look at the showers in our area. I'm going to zoom it into the northern plains here, and that gives us a view here of some rain that will be making its way in. First, we're going to look at that future radar. As we go into the late week, we'll have passing showers and storms. This is Wednesday morning. Showers across places we really need it. Western North Dakota. Here's your chance, Brenda, for some Minot showers. And well, it's still going to be quite warm. This is warm air pushing up, becoming increasingly humid, and becoming showers and thunderstorms in the area. A couple of these could be strong. Look at this. Wednesday night and overnight, a line of showers. These could be strong and possibly severe. These will have all modes of severe weather potentially in the hot, humid air that we could have in place. So I'll be watching this very carefully, but I do think a chance of substantial storms Wednesday night and again on Thursday as these storms make their way through. Now, it's not just this little band of showers that moves through. These keep rumbling into Thursday morning, actually gain some strength and energy from the atmosphere and move up into places like Manitoba and Ontario. But on the backside, colder north winds means just garden variety showers. No more severe threat back here. And persistent showers of rain. Meanwhile, with the low pressure kind of stalling out, hanging around, because Minnesota is a nice place to hang around, if you know what I mean. We're going to have a chance of some showers and thunderstorms once again as we go through the day on Friday. 3 days, and maybe even lasting into Saturday, according to this model, before it moseys on down into the sunset and rides off. How much rain are we talking about, Hutch? Well, I have an answer for you guys. Let's take a look at this. And gals, let's go. Here we go with the rain shower chances making their way through. Shazam, Shadizzle. We're looking at Thursday, mainly out to the west. Not really impactful here in the Red River Valley on our Wednesday. Going into Thursday, though, that line of showers will rumble their way through the valley and bring some chances of rain here into eastern parts of North Dakota and western and central Minnesota. So many in the area will have a chance at rain. I'll guarantee you not everybody's getting rain. Thunderstorms, they dump it where they want to. But Brenda, and I mean you, Brenda, check this out. A chance for some real rainfall potential as we go out to the west. Again, this is one model, but it's a good one. It's the European model, showing 2 to 4 inches of rain. Are you kidding me? That's a lot. We cannot hang our hats on these numbers right now. And a wise forecaster once taught Hutch, never forecast rain in a drought. Well, we have a drought out here to the west. Let's just say this, though. The best chance of rain we're going to have in the next 7 days will come beginning the middle of the week. On Wednesday out west, it arrives here in the valley. Wednesday night and Thursday as strong thunderstorms, therefore more spotty rainfall. But under those thunderstorms, you're going to get some soaky soggers out there. Hey, a lot of you took time today on hutchesweather.com to go visit and upload some photos. Hutchesweather.com is your one source stop shopping for the latest in weather. If you allow Hutch's website here, hutchesweather.com, to know your location, well, you're going to get not only your local 7-day forecast for your location, but if there are warnings or advisories, boom, right at the top of the page, because it's important to you, we have it easy for you to find. There's weather alerts for my area right now in Fargo. And if I open this up, we'll find out what they are. Now, the other thing is if I'm going live, you will always know these are my fine sponsors that make everything possible. And I do want to thank each and every one of them. And I want to also let you know that Hutch has sponsors down at the bottom of the page. And let me tell you this, Dunn Blazers Painting, quality work. They serve the tri-state region. Give them a call. Now, they're based in Lakes Country, but they can get the job done wherever you are. They do work in the FM area. Saw them the other day. Sean, you do great work out there. And if you swing by, call, and you can click on the button to find more information, by the way. Just click on their link there. It will open up, and it will show you the very latest on what they have. They do interior. They do exterior work. And if you mention that Hutch sent you, I reckon they're going to give you a discount. Call Dunn Blazers Painting for the details on that, because everybody wants their place looking spiffy. A lot of photo uploads of folks out there enjoying the day today. If you have some particularly smoky photos, that might be kind of fun. Tiffany Qualley sending in some dandies from the Fargo area as we went through the day. Over the last couple of days, as a matter of fact, and Rendezvous Park looking very rendezvous out there. Waterfall scenery, just a fantastic scene from the Fargo area. Thanks, Tiffany, for uploading all of your photos of delight across the area. Here's one from Detroit Lakes, and you know spring is springing when you start to see the trees a-blossom, and that's what's happening right here. Hey, Arlen, thank you for the reminder. Happy Mother's Day. To all of you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to you. All right, here is a look then at hutchesweather.com, and here is a look at your forecast. Keep in mind on that 7-day planner that we do have some wet weather coming our way with some reasonable chances of rain. For now, if there's no other questions, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. Make sure that you press the follow button on my Facebook page. It helps me out a great deal. I want to keep seeing that list grow. Subscribe on YouTube, and there'll be a lot of fun to be had. And coming up on Hutch's Weather, exciting announcements coming as we go into summer, and I cannot wait to share the growth that's happening here. And it's all because of you. So pass the word that Hutch is still here doing the weather. And did you catch last night's Weather Kid? If you did not catch last night's Weather Kid, head on over to hutchesweather.com, click on Weather Kids, and watch the videos. But this young lady, Harper, just amazing. And she has something to tell you.
Look, there's a severe storm risk. If you want to learn more about storms, you should be a Hutch's Weather Kid.
Head on over in person to Luther Family Ford near I-29 and the 32nd Street exit, or head over to hutchesweather.com. Thanks for joining me on this version of Hutch's Weather. Stay tuned for more details on upcoming heat and storms in your forecast right here. Thanks so much, and happy Mother's Day weekend to all mothers, grandmothers, and moms out there. You're the best.